Greetings, folks. What's up? Let's do some playing. Let me get my remote real quick. Oh, jeez. Been down with a toothache today, man, and it's been quite rough. I'm gonna play the 7 string a bit, just because it's the only guitar that was here. All right, let's pause this real quick and turn up some volume up here. We'll do about like that there. Let's see what we can do, huh? I missed it. Oh, we're in major, duh. Man, haven't played guitar in so long. But dude, it's still fun. Midnight Blues, Latin Groove in D minor. Now that right there sounds like something I can't do. Never Surrender Ballad in E minor. So we'll do an E minor one now. on the road in a minute. That was fun. Oh man. Oh, that was no. Don't click on it again. What are you doing? E minor. Okay. No surrender. High energy hard rock. I don't know what key this is. Well, we got B. What? Dude, that makes no sense. I don't like it. There's not really guitar there. It's just kind of there. Backing track. Guitar backing track in A minor. Pentatonic scale. Ooh, 5 minutes. Alright, just run pentatonic for 5 minutes, right? I can't play. We all know this. I don't edit my videos, you know. I don't edit out stuff. I don't sit here and work out things. I just plug it in and go for it, and sometimes it's good, and tonight, not so great. She's about due for a string change, though. It's getting a little... Getting a little bit, you know, kind of out there. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that yet. I got into a Petrucci mood tonight, and I was watching the guy play, you know, some of the live stuff that they're doing these days, and it's like, man, he just gets better and better. And it goes like... And then some sort of, like that. Somewhere in there, I don't know. But the Shadow Man incident, dude, that song is super cool. Oh. That's just learned from my phone, you know, from the Songster app. And I really, like, when I play lead, for some reason, I really favor the neck pickup. It just sounds cool. Anybody wanting to know about my licks, you know, if you want to play something I play on here, most of my stuff like that is I'll pick once between every finger. When I hit 11, I'll pick again. 7, pick. 9, hammer. 2 picks on 11. And a slide. And I'll try to slow it down where you can really hear the pick and what I'm picking. Mistakes in there? I've been practicing that and trying to get it to flow, and you can tell that it's dragging a lot, you know, and the picking's not quite there yet. And sometimes my pick wants to rotate away because I'm not properly taught on how to do this stuff. That's become one of my signature licks a little bit, that whole major arpeggio here. But I'll leave out this note on the 14th on the high E and just go 14 on the 3rd, 15 on the B, and 17 on the high E. And try to do the raking downward picking, you know, just trying to get it to flow. Dude, what's wrong with me? Jesus Christ. Normally I can do it better, but I don't know what's wrong with me today. See, this is the reason why I can't join one of those Jared Dines shred collabs. Because I watch these dudes that enter that, and it's like, why would I even want to sit down and even attempt? Because there's kids out here today, and people my age that are doing things that, when I was learning guitar, I didn't even know were possible to do. But, man, this 7-string's been an absolute beast of an instrument. Alright guys, I'll let you go. Thanks for watching, and thanks for hanging out, and keep it metal out there. We'll see you next time.